Right, YouTube, the Shadow King Nazru, and I'm here with my review of Dragon Ball Daima, Episode 2. So we start off where we last ended with King Goma and the Makaio Shin, or at least we assume it's Makaio Shin, Degasu, uh, having wished that wished that Goku and the other Z fighters and pretty much anyone who was involved in the defeat of Kid Buu would be turned into first graders, at least first grade aged children, and people who are already children would be turned to infants. And the dragon grants that wish, and we see that happening to everyone. Yeah, we see it happen to Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Goten, Bulma, Chi Chi, 18, Marin, Krillin, Roshi, Mr. Satan, Ox King. Was was Ox King involved? I'm not sure. I don't recall Ox King being involved, but whatever. Uh, Pretty much the only ones who weren't affected so far was like adults and I mean adults like the staff members and pretty much like regular civilians. Now, one might argue that when wouldn't shouldn't everyone be on the planet be turned to children because they contributed their energy to the spirit ball so that Goku was able to defeat Kid Buu? I don't think the dragon counted that, so so I think that's acceptable. And then Shenron tells King Goma that he's about to leave, but then King Goma complains that that the dragon is supposed to grant him three wishes. But then Shenron pretty much says that, oh, I only do that for like my regular regular summoners. I don't do that for like normal people who just show up for the first time. Uh, so basically, this is Shenron kind of being a dick, and I'm all here for it. It's kind of funny. Uh, so basically, the only ones who will likely get multiple wishes are like the Z fighters. And King Doma gets a little annoyed by this. He asks if the Namekian Neva would be able to fix this, but Neva says that even he can't do it. His power has limits too. So that so King Koma and Degasu decide that they're going to kidnap Dende and and ensure that ensure that they'll have some leverage against Z Fire should they ever come to confront them. And we see that Dende was also turned into a child as well as Mr. Popo. And Mr. Popo apparently has horns. Go figure. Maybe maybe he's from the demon realm too. But then we cut to the Z Fighters. They're learning about the situation and having mixed reactions to it. And some are really shocked. Some are horrified, and some are taking it a little bit better than they should be. Particularly Bulma, who likes that she doesn't have wrinkles anymore, and it'll likely be the inspiration for her using the Dragon Balls to make herself look younger than she should be, what she does between Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball Super Broly and Superhero. No, taking away the wrinkles, uh, giving herself a bigger butt, And then we got Master Roshi, who is still acting like trying to act like a ladies' man, even though he's now in the body of a child. You know what? The less we think about that, the better. Um, so they obviously figured out that the Dragon Balls were involved in this situation, considering that the skies were dark and this was a magical situation happening. So they decide to look for Dende. Unfortunately, Goku and the others seem to be having trouble flying there, and that's apparently due to the fact that Goku and the others aren't used to their childlike bodies. It's been so long since they were children that their bodies aren't in sync with their mind and their soul. You know, which is why their powers aren't working properly. That's Dragon Ball system isn't as simplistic as people think. Think about how Captain Ginyu, when Captain Ginyu switched bodies with Goku back in the Frieza saga, and he tried to use Goku's full power, which was like 180,000 at the time, but he could only summon up a fraction of that because his mind and his mind wasn't compatible with Goku's body, so he didn't know how to work properly, which is why he wasn't able to summon the full power. It's something along those lines. Fortunately, Supreme Kai and Kibito, who have been turned into children, are able to assist them, and Kibito teleports them to the lookout. But and notice that Kibito's teleportation is a lot different from Goku's instant transmission, as he doesn't need to sense anybody for it to work. And then they get informed about the situation that that King Goma has taken Dende to the demon realm, and they have to go on a mission there. However, nobody can like just teleport to the demon realm. They're gonna need like a special ship to go there. And we also get further confirmation from Supreme Kai that Degasu is Supreme Kai's brother. And what's their beef with each other? We'll have to figure out what that is later on. Uh, but it also turns out that the Supreme Kai is not from Universe 7. He's from the realms between, which is interesting. It seems that a lot of these characters that we know of aren't from Universe 7. They're not native. And it also is also revealed that Piccolo knows about Neva. Now, this is interesting, considering that uh, in the OG Dragon Ball manga, Piccolo didn't have his memories of being a Namekian. He only learned about it when Vegeta and Nappa first came to Earth, and they brought up Namekians. And the same case turned out to be for Kami. So one might think this might be a plot hole, and it could very well be. On the other hand, it is possible that after Piccolo and Kami had fused back into one being, it unlocked their past memories, and Piccolo had access to knowledge that was previously sealed away from him. So we could give them the benefit of the doubt. Hopefully, this will be explained, and we'll have some better clarity on the situation. So Kibito basically brings back Supreme Kai's ship, but it's worn down and heavily damaged. Apparently, it got damaged uh, during the fight between Goku, Vegeta, and the good Majin Buu against when they were fighting Kid Buu. So So apparently they have to get Bulma, and Bulma says that yeah, it's in pretty bad shape. It'll take her at least 10 days to properly fix it. In the meantime, Goku and Piccolo try to get used to their bodies, and they're still struggling. While Bulma basically has has Kibito get supplies for her as well as food. Kibito's basically been demoted from attendant to the Supreme Kai to unofficial door dasher. It's kind of funny in that way. Oh, let's see what else. What else? Oh yeah, oh yeah. So since Goku's having struggling getting his powers back to basics, he decides to visit Korin and receive the power pole back. Uh, but Korin basically tells him that the power pole isn't connecting to between his tower and the lookout because it's been so long since anybody's used the power pole that he doesn't even bother with it. He just gave it away. And he asks who did you give it to? It's apparently with Master Roshi. And then Goku goes to Master Roshi and asks him where it is. And apparently he used the pole for laundry. Well, that's hygienic. And but then Goku finds the power pole, gets it, and he shows off his moves. It's very well animated. Uh, it's very classic. It's very invoking of of Goku's original inspiration, Son Goku in the Journey to the West story, which they call him Son Goku in Japanese, but in Chinese, where he originally came from, he's known as Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. And it's all the Dragon Ball is all based in Journey to the West, and it's nice to get all these callbacks. And we even get to see a little bit of Goku extending the power pole up to like Piccolo's face, and he's a little shook by it. Uh, and near the end of it, we get to see this new demon. His name is Glorio, and he said that he was on the behalf of his demon king, who is not King Goma. He's acting on behalf of him to ask Goku and his friends for help in dealing with King Goma, and he is willing to take him to the demon realm to help him. And yeah, they said they pretty much agree, but not everyone's going to go. Uh, Particularly Vegeta, who said he wants to go, but Glorio's ship only has space for like a few people, and the only ones who are coming at present are Goku, Glorio, and the Supreme Kai. Uh, so Vegeta and Piccolo would have to wait it out. Yeah, sorry, Vegeta. You're gonna have to wait until Dragon Ball Super for you to be a big focus. Uh, Fortunately, however, because of Glorio's plane that's able to traverse between the realms and into space, Bone was able to uh, look at the design of the ship and is going to use that to be able to fix Supreme Kai's ship, which is how they're going to get into the Demon Realm later. So all in all, I did like this episode. It was nice that they were making that they were following the storyline as natural progression. I'm glad that we're getting some more lore. Glad we're seeing more development with these characters, what their knowledge is about the demon realm, and what their connection is. It's also interesting to see that some of the characters that we knew are actually might be from the demon realm, though Just though it's all later explained that not everyone who has pointy ears is from the demon realm. So that's adds a little bit of nuance to the situation. I also enjoyed how Shenron was basically dicking around with King Goma, so he wasn't able to get that third eye that was going to give him tremendous power. I feel like that's going to come into play later on, and like either King Goma or maybe some villain is going to get that power, and it's going to be the main antagonist of the story. And now I know there might be a few people who might be impatient that Goku doesn't have full control of his power, but you gotta remember, Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, all the likes of them are fighting geniuses. It's not gonna take too long for them to get used to their bodies, how they fight. And we already saw through the trailers that Goku is going to have Super Saiyan not too long from now. So all I'm asking is that you guys be patient. I also liked the return of the power pole, because it's always nice to get iconography from Journey to the West and seeing Dragon Ball go to its roots. All in all, very good episode. Really did enjoy it. Looking forward to the next one. You guys tell me in the comment section down below what you thought. I'll catch you mortals later.